On this episode of Pimp My Setup, I'm going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts now.
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Matt Philly. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pimp My Setup, episode number 159. We're going to live on November 27, 2016. My name is Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly, and I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, then hope you had a great Thursday. Nonetheless, it's time for the holiday season. Probably by Thursday's episode, we will have the whole set up. Probably put a Christmas tree like right here instead of over there. You know, put it on the set. Make it nice and festive, but yeah, leave your ideas for things we could do around the set in the comments down below, and let's just get into it. The first set of the day is submitted by Jakob, who is 17, and he said that he likes sports and technology, and get this, sometimes he plays sports video games. That's yeah, even Tom's leaving. You couldn't see that at all on the camera, but there he is. It's cool if you think about it. Like he likes sports and technology. He's basically. That's yeah, insane. So, we always see this, and actually Tom and I were talking about this before the show because it was the first photo, so it was up on the screen. He's got that wallpaper, right? And we always see wallpapers like this. I don't think this one specifically. This one looks very detailed. I mean, it's a lot. And I usually say it's like it depends on the setup. Sometimes it works really nicely, sometimes it's not that nice, and sometimes it's sort of an in-between. And here, I kind of like how it goes against the desktop itself, because it's a very contrasted setup. You got the bright wood, and then you got the dark grays on the wall, which is really nice. But the problem in this scenario is that most of his peripherals and things like that, like the speakers and whatnot, are dark gray, so they almost just disappear into the wallpaper, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I think that it actually takes away from the setup, and it's a lot. It definitely is a lot. So yeah, it's not awful, but I think because of the peripherals, if you had everything white speakers, white case, white keyboard, it would be like, whoa, like I could see everything going on, but everything kind of gets lost in it. So that's something I would say. The shelf above, it's a little underwhelming. It's like the smallest thing in the world, and it looks like you have stuff for your contacts and stuff up there. It just seems like a terrible spot for have like a desk organizer and whatnot. Is it like easy to reach? I don't know, it just seems like a bad idea overall. Like that stuff should be on a nightstand or something to that extent. Cable management, we see the one cable on the left side, probably to like I don't know what it's, probably headphones. Okay, yeah, they're on the stand over there. But you can see he actually tied up that one cable down on the bottom against the molding. So, good attempt there. I like that you put some thought into it and you didn't just let it all hang down. So it's not bad, really, usability-wise, everything like that. It seems nice. It's just a few random things here and there. Now, one thing I was a little confused about is he has that speaker mounted to the wall, but that's not what he's using for his PC, obviously. He's got the JVC speakers, so not really sure what you're kind of going with there. If you have, another set of speakers off to the left and it's like with a TV over where the headphones are, could be the case. Not sure. Didn't see a photo regarding that, so I'm a little bit confused, and maybe you could send me an email and sort of explain that. And then really the right side I just thought was a little weird. You see your jeans and just, it seems like you didn't really care enough to just take it down for the photo. So it's an okay setup. It's simple. I do think the wallpaper is taken away a bit from what you're working with, but it is what it is, and that's all that it is. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments, but let's go to the next setup submitted by Tim, who's 14 and uses his setup for gaming, editing videos, homework, and stuff like that. His YouTube channel is Tim Port, all one word. So when I first saw this, I was like, that's freaking awesome. Like, that's really cool. It's a double setup. He's got one focused just for his console gaming, which is always a nice thing to have. And then his other one is like, okay, this is where I have my laptop set up with an extra monitor, which he did a great job with. And he can do his editing and all that other stuff, which is really, really cool. Now, a few things that I thought about. Not a huge fan of speaker placement. We got the left speaker all the way over there, but then we have the right one right next to the laptop, and then the center one right on top of the monitor. So if you see that, yeah, right on top of the monitor. So not really sure what the idea is there. I don't know if you're using those speakers also for when you're playing PlayStation. If so, yeah, it's just a bad placement. I think you should just keep those speakers specific to the actual laptop setup, and it would sound a lot better. And then someone just said they're not a fan of the monitor being on top. I think that's awesome. I think it's a great way to do it. It's at a perfect height. Everything seems very usable. It's tilted down. Really, no better way to do that. And it gives him full usability of his laptop and portability as well, which is really awesome. So he definitely nailed it there. And I like that there are 2 desks, and I think he did a great job with it for sure. The one thing I thought was a little bit weird was the placement of the poster. Why so far over to the left? Why not kind of center it out between the 2 setups? And what's that other thing that's up on the wall? Is that fighter jet? That's cool. I mean, a little random, but that's cool. And then, I mean, everything, it's pretty neat. He's got some like little statue things. He's got Statue of Liberty, Empire State Building. He's got oh god, Eiffel Tower. Yeah, I almost forgot what it was called. I was like, oops. But yeah, that's a cool little shelf thing going on. It's very simple. Cable management seems to be great, even though you have an outlet up on the wall. You know, that's always annoying, and you did a great job with it. It looks good. It's really, I don't think you could really do too much else to it, especially considering you're keeping it very simple. And it's nice. I mean, yeah, you could add a little bit to the theme. You could add a little bit to just sort of accessories and things like that. And then, of course, just fix the placement of the speakers that hurt your score. But considering all the different variables you have in place, you did a great job. And especially, you're 14, dude. You're 14. That's amazing. Really, really great job. And yeah, let's go to the next setup submitted by Matthew, who's 15. His YouTube channel is Featherhood. Okay, so take a look at this. Another great setup. Really happy to see what he did with that. I mean, usability, all those different things, great. I did kind of think it was a little bit weird that his monitor isn't perfectly centered to that section of the desk, but I get it had to do with the TV, whatever. So probably not the end of the world. And he could actually move the desk over a little bit, and it would actually make things fine. But I like that he's got the TV in actually a pretty good spot. You know, we're always used to seeing these people put their TVs in just awful spots, and it doesn't seem usable. But here, it seems pretty doable. Speakers are good. PlayStation is kind of in a show-off section. You know, you could mount it under the desk if you wanted, but I get you're just trying to be like, look at what I got a PS4. The PC, really, normally people would say it's in the way, but here it works. You have the Alex drawers under there, so you're not sitting in the center of that anyway, so it's off to the side. That's good. And really, I like the gray. I like all that. The white tabletop looks really, really nice. Not bad at all, but I do think at the end of the day, moving the PS4 under the desk would help make it seem a little bit more breathable, because it does look like a lot, even though really it's just the simple basic things. That feather thing is really, I don't know the meaning behind it, but it's ugly. And featherhood. A featherhood. Oh shit! How did I not even realize that? That's actually, I would still get rid of it. It looks stupid. Like it
looks cluttered with the poster next to it.
Yeah, like it's cool, but that's a terrible spot for it. It's symmetry. If you're gonna put that there, you need to get another damn feather and put it on the other side, and then I'll be like, damn. And then when you sit at your setup, you gotta have a hood on, and then I'll be like, oh my god, is that featherhood? I'm a huge fan. But yeah, that, like Tom said, the poster has gotta go. I don't know what, why, when, who, what, where, but it's gotta go. And then, yeah, I don't know. You can clean up your bed. Like, you got a roll of tape on there. What the Come on, dude.
Poster up at the last second.
Yeah, he's like, oh, shit, I got to get some extra points, boy. I got to put that up. But, yeah, I think it's interesting. A lot of people are talking about the case. One guy, Blink Claw, just said it looks like a microwave. It actually kind of does.
Looks like a big toaster.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the aluminum. I'm just kidding. The aluminum look to it. I mean, it's nice, but I don't think in this setup it looks as good as it should. Now I'm saying, but still, dude, 15 as well. Great setup. And yeah, I like the yellow LED choice. Ballsy. A little too ballsy. No, should have went blue for extra points, but no, I'm just kidding. Anyways, let's go to the next setup submitted by Pedro. Vote for Pedro. He's 15 as well. This is his budget build. So he said the reason the freaking posters aren't framed is because he was on a budget and he'd rather put that money elsewhere, which I can understand. But when your setup is literally surrounded by 3 huge freaking posters, kind of hurts it. Kind of really does hurt it a lot. And you know how much nicer it would have looked? Also, I'm not a huge fan of the fact that the 2 outside ones are so low down. I don't know, would you agree with that?
Yeah, why aren't they just like lined up perfectly with the center one? Because this one's being flat.
Yeah, it doesn't really make, like, flaw or flash. We don't know. It literally just says flaw.
To me, man.
Yeah, I'm going to go with flaw, which, by the way, great show. Just kidding, never watched it. I would definitely, where the Walking Dead one is, it's a great height. Keep it there. It would definitely make it a lot nicer. And someone actually made a great comment. 7 Strand Customs just said, the posters make the monitor look small. Now, yes and no. The monitor is just small, so no matter what you do, it looks small. But yes, I see what you're saying. Like, the posters are probably 24 by 36, like a standard movie poster. And putting that in comparison to that monitor, that's got to be like a 21, maybe even less inch monitor, which is really sad. I get that it's a budget. I'm not saying sad like, oh, poor ass bitch, but I'm saying sad like, oh man, like it really is small. But here's the thing, your countertop, right, is from IKEA. First off, that's my favorite looking countertop from IKEA, but I would never buy it because it's only like 1/8 inch actual wood. The rest is particle board, so it's a complete waste of money and it's super expensive. So anyone that has that desk is pretty stupid because you just have particle board, and like that 1/8 inch doesn't really, or whatever the measurement is of the actual wood, that's not enough to keep it stable. You still have particle board, not a good idea, but it does look gorgeous. I will say that, absolutely gorgeous.
Slanted too. I don't know if it's the picture, but
he's probably drunk as hell, dude.
because the posters are lined up, like look like straight on, but the desk looks like slanted.
No, I think it's just that it looks like he's holding it sideways. But someone said you can't see them if you're sitting down. You can't see the bottom of the middle poster. No shit. Well, who sits like, I gotta move my monitor, I can't see the poster, damn it. Like, like I'm sure you could put the poster higher too, but the idea is that when you sit down, the idea is not to look at the posters and be like, that's a nice poster. That's a nice poster. It's just to make the setup look nicer, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But anyway, so the setup itself, everything seems to be pretty good cable management wise. It's not a bad setup. I'm not trying to make him think it's a bad setup, but really think you could have afforded the poster frames. They're $12 each at Michael's or AC Moore, whatever, and they're really nice ones too. Don't get the ones. Here's a fun fact for people getting poster frames: do not buy the damn ones that have the 4 pieces that slide on. They're the worst thing to ever happen to this world. Get the solid frame ones, literally $12. And it'll look really nice. I do like the purple though. I think that would look good going throughout the setup. A little weird you have the red mouse and whatnot, so I'm not sure what color you're really a fan of. But it's not a bad setup. You did everything nice. It's just a small monitor and the poster is kind of throwing me off. But everything else is really, really nice. Plus, that's the other thing. That's what I was trying to get at with the desk. The countertop itself, you spent so much money on. So much money. For that money, you could have gotten a bigger, nicer monitor. 100%. No joke. 10 out of 10, will say again. And then of course having those drawers, both of those, it's like $160 right there. You probably spent like $300, $400, maybe even $500 on a damn desk. But hey, budget build, am I right? Anyways, let's go to the next setup submitted by Chris. Chris is also 15. Wow, 3 15-year-olds in a row. He says it's a good setup that he uses for many things. So I'll say right now, not really. The usability is god awful in this setup. Cable management, different things like that, theme, out of sight, out of mind, all that stuff you did a wonderful job on, but you just completely butchered usability. And I think, especially in the photo that we're on right now, you can see that this is not a good idea. I mean, okay, first off, I get it. You got that other big TV for playing consoles, but right now we can see it's hooked up to the iMac. So what in the world is going on there? What are you putting on there? Maybe like a video or something like that. Okay, not a bad thing. But the real issue is looking straight on when you're sitting at your keyboard and mouse. Where's the monitor? Oh wait, it's off to the left. What do you like? You have a problem where your neck is always looking to the left? Little confused there. I'm not really sure why that was the best spot for it. Yeah, definitely would like to have that explained. But really, the issue is you're sitting in that chair, you're trying to lean back. Oh, wait, you can't. Okay, so you want to slide left or right. Oh, wait, no, you can't. You're stuck. That is it. That is all you can do. Granted, although it's a small desk, you did a wonderful job with, decorating it and things like that, and you have cool peripherals and stuff, but usability sucks. You're in such a tight little area. You need to figure it out. You definitely need to get a new desk. Again, did a great job, cable management, all that stuff, but it's just not going to matter. It's not going to matter. But, I don't know what else to say, because it's kind of like once you change the desk, everything will get better. Hopefully, that's kind of the idea. But for now, that's all I can say. So anyways, oh great, there's someone sharing the word of Jesus Christ in the chat. Oh man. Anyways, so let's just go to the next setup. Chris, definitely resubmit though. Anyways, this is submitted by Itay, who's 17, and he made the desk, the monitor, and computer stand himself.
I thought you made the monitor.
Yeah, he's like with like a hammer for some reason. But really cool to know that. Definitely. I think you cheaped out a little bit on the top board though. That shit looks thin as hell. I know if I like put my arm down, it'd be like nah, I'm kidding. You probably use like some hardcore wood, but yeah, cool to know that you actually did that stuff yourself. And it's funny because he submitted a while ago. Obviously, all the people on today's episode submitted a long time ago to get on. It's funny because he, in one of his recent emails, was like, I think it was October. He's like, all right, you know what, man? Can you just take me off? My setup sucks, whatever. I don't want to be on the show. And I was like, yeah, you still have until like the end of November. And he's like, oh, okay. And now he's got this. So I like it. I props to you. Don't ever, especially if you're in the queue, don't just like be like, nah, my setup's not good enough. You're always gonna be good enough for the show. Look at some of the other people that are on. I mean, this is not for good setups, and we could tell. Look at your setup, Itay. No,
it's a perfect example.
Yeah, like I was just being nice and I just completely rip them apart. Really though, this is a great setup. I know some people right now are saying that the coloring is a little weird. I will say that I think the white balance is off just a tad. Some things look like they're the right color, but I think some parts of it kind of show that the white balance is a little bit off. Does have a yellowish tint to it regardless, even if the white balance is there. So I do think painting the walls will make a big difference. I hate when people say, oh, I'm renting, it's better if I don't paint it. It's like, no, if your walls look like that, I'm sure the person that you're renting from would be really happy if you painted that shit white or gray or whatever. Don't do like a crayon box, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think this setup, not bad. A few spots you could do cable management by the PC, stuff like that. Maybe extend the mouse pad would make things a little bit nicer. But usability of the monitors looks great. You did a good job with that. Great job with the monitor stand. And it's just lacking a little bit of love, life, theme, things, personality, whatnot. He said he can't get rid of that cork board on the left. I don't think there's anything wrong with the cork board on the left. I think it's fine. I think it's even better. So I definitely think working on actually getting something up on the walls, make it yours, would be fine. Someone also said that why have the tile floor? I don't know. Maybe he didn't have any say in that.
Rip up the tile floor.
Yeah, store fresh. Like I said, he's probably renting. And someone just said renting at 17. Is that illegal? I don't think he's the one renting. He probably has a family like most people. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say. I think I kind of broke it down pretty fast and quick. So not bad. It's just a surrounding area. Honestly, that's really what it comes down to here. But let's go to the next setup now. Everyone's going to be like, what? And then, and then, so yeah, basically this is submitted by Keeser. His YouTube channel is Keeser Reveal. And I don't have his age. So sorry. Now, I know a lot of people are going to ask sort of like, hey, what is this? So go to his channel. He did a setup tour and he didn't really submit good photos. And actually this is the only photo I was able to use. The other ones were like really, really nice, but they were close-ups of products and it was, sort of like a photo shoot. He's like, work it, microphone. Let me get that angle, which is really cool. Like really beautiful shots and a high quality video tour. But I had to watch the video tour to kind of paint the rest of the photo. So basically, the speaker, yes, he has another one on the opposite side. The room has tons of storage, super, super nice. Really, overall, just a freaking awesome room. A lot of unique things were done with it. Like he has the Amazon Echo right there next to his iMac in white, which looks beautiful. It's just a wonderful, wonderful setup. Great job. Now, a lot of people are talking about the chair. So, yes, the chair, I actually wrote this down because I knew people would ask. It's a Lex Mod chair for about $250-ish. It looks very interesting. At first glance, I was like, ooh, and then I was like, I don't know if that'd be comfortable. Then I was like, they're like little comfy rolls, and you can like rub your back up and down and like feel good. I don't know. I think it's one of those things you have to sit on. But if you remember when my dad was on, he made a joke about like how chairs have holes for, when you rip ass and stuff like that. And yeah, so that's probably really useful for him as well. But yeah, I'm not really sure though. It definitely, the chair looks awesome. I think adds a whole new dimension to the setup and taking it to the next level. But at the same time, I wonder how comfortable it really is. So it doesn't have arms. I don't think I could use a chair with no arms. You know what I mean? Oh, those are arms. I like chairs with arms, and it's a great job he has chairs with arms.
The left side because of the picture.
Yeah,
the left side of the helmet.
That's why at first glance I was like, huh. But really, he lost a lot of points on, you guessed it, cable management. We could see it there. I see a little bit more in the tour. It's so simple. Like literally, there are like 2 cables under the desk that hurt him. So could have worked on that. Would have been nice. But really, the whole setup is super simple, nice, neat, and to the point. I like it. If you gotta watch the tour, it's really hard for me to critique it because I actually asked him for like a further back photo and things like that. Didn't get it though, so it's not a big deal. You go check out his tour, and then go tell him that his chair looks like. I can't think of a joke. Let's just say it looks like. Fun.
It's like a bunch of tubes at first.
Yeah.
Just sitting there randomly.
Yeah, right? They look like big cigarettes or a big chapstick bottle or something. Yeah. He lights up his chair like, anyways, yeah, whatever. So, someone said use tape. Trust me, his cable management could be fixed so easily. But yeah, I really like what he's going for here with the all white. That is hard to go for. Really, really hard to follow through with. I really wish that he went the whole mile with his mic arm and made it white. Just kidding. Is that a Yeti? I can't really freaking Yeti. Why didn't you get the whiteout edition, bro? Some white fan you are. Pfft. Just kidding.
Let's get the white iMac.
Yeah, loser. You don't want to downgrade to the old iMac just for the sense of making it look better.
You get the white MacBook too.
Yeah. He goes to the iBook G4 whatever. Like he goes super old school just so it looks good. Really though, definitely check out his tour. Keeser Reveal, great guy, really, really nice in his email, and yeah, awesome. So now let's go to the final setup of the day. Yeah, no, Tom, follow along with the story. Follow along with the story. Yeah, so this is Daisy's setup. She's 14, and I'm a huge fan. Really like the simplicity, little space to work. I'm gonna do it. No, I'm just kidding. So this was her first submission back in September 2015. She's been watching for a long time. She's very active in the community, so happy to see this. And then she submitted again in October 2015. Big change, as you can see. I mean, she's got a fold-out table. You know what I'm saying? A fold-out table. Which is really, really cool. So then she submitted again in January 2016. Okay, she hit up XPS. God, I'm reading the chat. She hit up IKEA, and as you can see, definitely bought some new stuff. The monitor riser, Alextra, things like that. Really, really, really awesome. Then she submitted, what am I up to? March 2016.
And this is the same, right?
Yeah, no, leave it. This is different. Go back to the other one. Now go to the next one. She's got the single monitor. She's got some more upgrades made. She's got PlayStation 4, a lot of things like that. Then she went to July 2016, got another monitor, got some more upgrades made. She's in a new space. You could see like the bed frame off to the side and the corner she's in. This is where her final setup will be. So like kind of get the feel for what she's working with. And then go to the final photo. And this is the most recent. So, I mean, it's really cool to see somebody that's been watching the show kind of go through, really bare bones all the way up to where she's at now. And she's only 14, really, really awesome. I think it's fun to sort of see the beginning to end. And obviously, there's always things to fix and change and make better. But, I mean, this kind of shows maybe my show has some good tips. No, I'm just kidding. Really, it's not that hard to do. And really, she did a great job. And like I said, she's 14. So it's not like she's rolling around in money and stuff. So really cool to see this happen. Now, a few things, of course, in the corner. Just those cables. I see she tried to get them to the leg a little bit. Just work on those a little bit more. I think you can get that fixed and you'll be good to go. A headphone stand coming off the side of the desk would be nice as well. And then really everything else is like very simple. The placement of the speakers is good. The new monitor is wonderful. I think, is that curved? It's got like a nice, it looks really nice. It's like a rose gold.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks like it, right?
I mean, I don't know if it's bouncing off
the little thing.
I don't know
which
if that makes like much of a difference, but it might be.
Yeah, it's really, really nice though. I like it. And then above, she's got some nice stuff. She's got like a mug with her YouTube channel, which by the way, her YouTube channel is DaisyBean285. Really, really awesome. And someone just said, haha, not rolling around in money, has a curved monitor, beats Dell XPS iPhone. Yeah, but that's all a progression. Like I said, she started in September 2015 and had close to nothing. So you can't say she's spoiled, because if she was spoiled, she would have had nice stuff back then. I mean, she literally started from the bottom. Now she's here. You know what I'm saying? So really, really awesome. I like what she's going for. It fits that corner perfectly. She's got everything she needs. She's got the microphone, the console, the nice computer, the nice monitor, headphones, all that stuff. Really, really neat. If you want to take it to the next level, wire mold for the corner where that light cable's going up, little things like that. But usability seems to be great. Really, absolutely awesome. And yeah, she has a job. That's what she said in the chat. I think she said she works for her brother or something like that. So yeah, really impressive though. You can't say that if I know a lot of people watching the show don't have great setups, which is funny because they watch a show like this, but it's a great way to get tips and things like that. And I mean, if Tom wants to go back to the first photo again, just to give you an idea, she started with this, and there are people out there that are probably with a similar setup right now, or maybe they don't even have a computer yet and they only have a laptop, or they're watching from their phone or tablet or something like that. It's insane to see this and think that she was able to go along and get more stuff, and over time she was able to get it to where it's at today. So it just goes to show you don't have to buy everything at once. You just gotta save up, think things through, and you could have a really nice setup. So great job to Daisy, and great job to everybody else on the show today. Everyone had really in their own way a wonderful setup. So here we go. Scores: Jakob with an 80, Tim with an 80, Matthew with a 90, and well, Pedro with a 90, Chris with a 76, and of course Itay with a 76, Dan with an 88, and Daisy with a 94. Wow, that was really good, Tom. You get through the end, you got through all those like perfectly. But yeah, so breaking it down category by category, I think Dan, he got a lot of 9s, but his wire management took points off. His, I think, also with better photos, would have gotten him like a 98. So I do think Dan should hit me back up, send me some new photos so I could kind of see the rest of the room in just photo format. It's hard going through a tour because like you close up to everything, kind of like sliding through and whatnot. So photos in that scenario can also hurt. But yeah, I think it's a wonderful thing to see setup evolutions like that, and just really cool setups and not too cool of setups and things like that. But thanks for watching this episode of Pimp My Setup, episode number 159, recorded live on November 27, 2016. My name is Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly. And that's going to do it for this episode. Make sure you submit pimpmysetup.com/Q, and I'll see you real soon. Boom! Damn, still killing the freaking dab, dude.